Come take a ride with Gypsy. Okay, guys, this one's for air signs. Now, this is based off the solar eclipse, the Ring of Fire, new moon in Gemini. Now, we did just have the 6-6 portal. It talks about karma. Everybody's going through it right now, you guys. Like, I cannot express this enough. If there are multiple problem areas that you're walking into, I'm sure you have your own workload and stuff like that. Helping other people navigate and work through their own issues will certainly show some synchronicity or doorways or mirror situations to help you in your own situations. If you keep running into people with issues, the prompt here is to help them work through it. I keep hearing work. It's time for work. Time to work. All right, so Mercury is in retrograde until the 22nd. Mercury goes retrograde a couple of times a year. What happens during that time frame is Mercury actually gets closer to the Earth, and it has this illusion of spinning backwards. What does that mean? So usually your exes will show up, or old feelings will resurface, or old situations will come back. For some of you, it's a haunting situation. During these time frames, you're supposed to be keeping your emotions and shit in check, and release these old situations. If you're walking into new situations that appear like the old situations, this is a karmic cycle that you have failed to learn at this point. Excuse me while I fix my nose ring. My nose often itches whenever I get online. All right. Let's get into it and see what we got going on. So with the solar alignments right now, it is a cosmic traffic jam of sorts between the Earth, Mercury, the Sun, and the Moon. Things may seem cluster fucked. Or again, issue after issue after issue, is going on. It's totally normal during this time frame. Astrology is super important, people. The stars are like a giant, clock, that move us around. I mean, certainly the moon, controls our waters and stuff like that. And there's certain type of crabs, blue crabs, a certain type of crab that only mates during a blue, moon. If that's not enough, evidence for you, like, I don't know, what else will convince you. Nope. Not ready. Somebody might not be ready for a situation, or trying to get ready for a situation. First card out. Daughter of Cups. It wanted to come out reversed, so I'll go ahead and read that flip side. Now, the Daughter of Cups can talk about strong connections. Some of you may be developing small forms of telepathy and shit like that, or having intuition about certain situations that are rearing its head and then walking into it. And when that happens, you need to count your blessings and be thankful, because I feel like this frequently happens to somebody in this particular group, and they're like, well, I'll catch it next time. And then it happens again. They're like, why didn't I catch it? The divine, it comes to spirit guides, gods, deities, or just the universe in general. If you do not say thank you, you will not receive the message, properly. I feel like there's somebody here that's being led into certain situations, or to spot a certain situation so they can catch it before it falls apart. That's the moon. The moon can talk about, things that are unforeseen or not seeing clearly. With the moon being at its farthest point away from the earth is why, we're experiencing this, solar eclipse with the ring of fire, but it's a new moon. It means you can't fucking see it. I just saw a wrench in somebody's wheel. Some of these situations might be thrown at you on purpose to help you, work through them where you failed to work through them, before. The sun. It's funny. There's a little ring on it. Oh, duh. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so the new moon is actually in Gemini, you guys. The air signs, you might be in your element right now. This talks about manifestations. But with the cosmic alignment going on right now, this can cause serious fucking delays. When there's huge delays in things you're trying to accomplish cosmically, divinely, that means there's other things that need your attention. Like I said, giant clock. For some of you, you may be on a regular fucking schedule, where certain things happen at certain time frames. And for some of you, that might just be, comfortable. If you have mental illness, you may need a routine and stuff like that. But the cosmos will prompt you certain times to sit the fuck down and readdress things that are not working or working for you or working in your favor. And somebody here can't figure out why. Whew, bop it. The Emperor. I just heard my way. You know what? I wrote down. Okay, so this particular solar eclipse talks about growth. I did write down a few, snippets for each of the zodiac signs. So for Gemini, independence builds confidence. Libra, change your perspectives. Aquarius, take a risk in love. That might be this independent energy here that's saying, my way. Or somebody wanting to hit the highway. I'm seeing two people in a car in the desert. And there's nothing else around. Somebody might be thirsty for another person's attention, or somebody here is bored. The scenery seems really, uneventful. I feel like somebody's trying to, and here we have the Chariot on the bottom, that can represent a vehicle. It doesn't have to be. I really just feel like this is the direction that somebody's headed, and they're unsure of where they're going, because I'm not seeing, anything in the distance or any road signs. Like somebody's just traveling and waiting for something else. I don't know, maybe somebody needs to go on a trip. A trip of love. 2 cups. It's actually really, favorable. For some of you, this is self-love. For others of you, this is learning to, or let people in with love. For others of you, this is begging for love. And that energy needs to be redirected. For another group of you, This is just talking about, the difficult journey of, love in general. It has its ups and downs, like a roller coaster, and that actually, it keeps things, interesting, for those of you who have depression and stuff like that. What is that song? We play games of love to avoid the depression. Again, that might be where that boredom is from. Somebody here might use fighting as a form of like foreplay and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be. Son of Cups. Or somebody here is just really sexually frustrated or frustrated in other areas of their life. The Son of Stones actually came out reverse. Somebody's trying to learn how to communicate. And somebody's frustrated. Or somebody stopped communicating with somebody altogether is actually what I'm seeing. This may be somebody who's been left behind after roundabout trips in the desert and not getting anywhere. Nine of Cups. I feel like somebody here is presented multiple options to make it work with another person. And they're sitting in this headspace that they can't force somebody to do something or see something the way they do, which is actually a really healthy conclusion. You cannot force another person to see the way you do. That's not how things work, especially if there's like emotions and stuff involved, which is probably why the Two of Cups is here. For some of you, this is love languages. Somebody might have a specific love language and somebody is refusing to speak that particular love language. I just heard catch 22. Well, if you're not doing this, then I'm not doing that. My way. Somebody needs to let that go. Mother of Wands. I feel like somebody has lost faith in a connection here, or their connection to the divine. Again, at the beginning of the reading, I was talking about, unforeseen things. If somebody here is being prompted to fix something or do something, and it's not happening. For some of you, you're just stuck in the past. Somebody here needs to move forward. This stuck energy of the past is not, productive. The Son of Cups is here. This is constant worry, sorrow, being upset, thinking things will never get better. Somebody here needs to move out of this destructive situation, roundabout situation. There's somebody here that likes doing something to another person or to themselves is what I'm hearing is the root issue. This can be somebody giving themselves to another person over and over and over and feeling rejected. Somebody needs to stop giving to somebody that's rejecting them. Somebody feels like it doesn't matter what they do, it's never good enough. And they're starting to question their own spirituality or their own confidence and stuff like that. Because the Emperor can talk about that. Independence, confidence. Somebody takes it from that. Excuse me. Somebody allows this other person to take it from them. Five of Cups. There's that past ex energy. For some of you, it's just karmic energy. It can come in the form of, a karmic person that's not supposed to be in your life. For another group of you, this is trying to help somebody that's carrying karmic energy. And karmic energy comes in many forms. Indeed, sorrow, wallowing, not taking help and stuff like that will be karmic energy, which is probably, why somebody's like, okay, it's, it's time to, move forward. But again, with these cosmic alignments, there's a suggestion here with this group, with your manifestations, somebody's not allowed to move forward until they deal with the current situation at hand. I feel like somebody's just waiting for something to go away, and it won't. Almost like sweeping things under the rug. Well, nobody will notice. With Chariot here, I feel like the suggestion here is saying, there's certain things that are out of your control, out of your hands. I'm seeing a parental figure here. Doesn't have to be. Indeed, relationship or friendship roles can be like, parental. It can just be about, guidance and, leading somebody in the right direction and stuff like that. The Six of Cups is here in reverse. Somebody feels like they're just losing somebody. If there is a situation that is out of your control, I feel like somebody's being asked to let it go and redirect that energy into things that can get done. There may be things that have been put on the back burner or been put on the side because somebody is so concerned about this other issue. It's destroying them mentally and emotionally. Death with the Daughter of Cups. For those of you who had a specific connection in question, the suggestion here is to stop moving forward with that and pick another connection. This can be just, a situation that's been dead and over with. For some of you, I feel like this person isn't even in your life anymore, or divinely, you were removed from this other person. So that you can move on. And somebody's just clinging to what would have been. Some of you might be dealing... I just got cut off. All right. So, moving on. Judgment with the Sun. there's an energy here that has too much judgment in order for there to be a sound conclusion. Somebody might be severely wounded or hurt from this past situation, and that's why they're unable to move forward. I feel like somebody is supposed to be patient with another person while they work through their issues. 10 of Swords. Yeah, somebody's just wounded, and the Empress in reverse. Somebody needs to learn how to stand on their own feet. But I'm literally seeing somebody pick somebody up off the floor who can't stand. I don't know if you're dealing with, an elderly person or somebody sick or whatever. For some of you, this is children and trying to guide them in the right direction. Somebody needs guidance. Page of Cups and the Devil. These are chained ideas. Somebody needs to help reform what this person has been through so that they can move on. And if there were other energies that were not productive to this person's growth, the suggestion here is, to not go back, so there isn't any more triggering aspects towards this person's future progress. If you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem, is what I heard. Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. If somebody, I feel like with the Son of Stones here in reverse, I feel like somebody needs to sit down and either make a list or properly think about a constructive way to move forward to help this other person. I feel like this other person is so bogged up with other bullshit, which is why they can't get out of this energy. I feel like there's somebody here that's available to lead them in the right direction, but I feel like the other person's frustrated too. There needs to be clear, concise communication at this point, is what I'm hearing. That's coming from a place of love and not from a hurt place, because there is love here. There is real love here. That's all I got for you guys. Gypsy out.